I don't think you expected it,
I don't
but
think anybody expected it.
the movie was actually pretty good.
How dare you?
It wasn't the best Marvel movie ever, but it's a bit of a shame no one's going to go see it.
It's such a shame.
Except everyone in our cinema. This is what our cinema looked like, and it's a shame. I think it was more fun than good. It's probably a good way to explain it.
I think it's good. It's not like the thing is.
It's like the first Ant-Man. It's very standard movie. Like they didn't do anything
that's the thing.
crazy.
It's like, but like it's not The Godfather. You know, it's definitely their strongest they've been in a long time. Like it's not as strong as Guardians 3, but it's better than it's
Quantumania by a lot.
Better than smash Quantumania. Better than the last Captain Marvel. Which this movie smoked that movie.
It's so strange seeing Brie Larson actually have a personality. Like they didn't flip a switch and she's like crazy different, but she calls it, I've been getting my memories back.
Yeah.
But it actually feels like it. Like it feels like she's more of a human person.
Yeah. She's like evolving as a character, kind of.
In the first one, she was just a cardboard cutout, and now she's pretty fun. Like she smiles, makes jokes and laughs, and it's like, oh, people can do that when not everyone's Ahsoka.
She like apologizes and stuff, so I think like she's getting human emotions.
Yeah, she lashes out originally, and then she's like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
She's not like, I'm right. Like, she wasn't always right. There's a moment where she makes a hard decision, and then later on, Kamala Khan makes a hard decision and says, just like you, I had to do this. And then Brie Larson is like, don't try to be like me. Like, she doesn't think she's a good person. She knows she's made mistakes, and it's weird to see a character, especially a female character, admit that she's wrong.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh shit, like that's nice.
I think they had to do that though, because there has to be like a senior hero on deck.
Oh, so you're saying she's like the mentor.
She's the mentor.
Dementor.
Yeah. So because like neither of them have been superheroes, which isn't really a problem with Monica Rambeau, because her thing, she doesn't really want to be a hero as much as she wants to help people.
Yeah.
And use her powers for like helping stuff. It's like especially more towards Kamala, because her whole thing is like she's always wanted to like be an Avenger and team up with Captain Marvel.
I think it is a pretty good trio. It works quite well because you do have like a bit of a jaded mentor. You get a young person with Miss Marvel, and then you've got almost like a mother. Monica kind of pulls double duty as like
she's like the scientist, but also the responsible one, kind of.
Yeah, like she's got like the mother-daughter almost relationship, like hurt from Captain Marvel, but then she also wants to take care of the new girl.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, I also just got powers, and they're kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think like once they really like lean into that, this is like a team.
Oh my god, we're a team.
It's like, okay, this is dope.
Yeah,
you know,
it gets way more fun.
We get something that I've wanted since Avengers 1 that we haven't really got, which
Team
is
synergy.
Team attacks. You know, and it's like synergy, working together. It's something you don't see any of the Avengers doing and stuff, which is, I wish you could see it.
Not for a fair while, yeah.
But like you never see like any of them train together, which I know it's like it's justified in this movie because like two of them pretty much just got their powers and are figuring them out.
Although for people that just got their powers, they absolutely kick the shit out of everyone they fight.
Yeah.
Like they are in no danger, and all of the goons in this movie are very accommodating and very terrible.
Yes.
Even like, I mean, Kamala's mum gets a little bit fucked up, but everyone else should be dead, but aren't. But let's talk plot. It was a very simple movie. I will give it that. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't crazy out there. The most interesting bit, the place swapping, but the reason they place swap is because the bad guy finds another one of Kamala Khan's bracelets, which might be a little bit confusing if you haven't watched Miss Marvel, the TV show.
Yeah.
But I think they go over it well enough. Like once they introduce Kamala, she's like, yes, this is my bangle. And she like stares at it a fair bit. And the bad guy's even like, where could the other one be? And then they cut to her. So it's like, you probably don't need to watch WandaVision and Miss Marvel to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Like
I think it definitely helps.
Yeah, I think you'd give a bit more lore and stuff, but I think they go into the characters enough that you're like, yes, this is what they are. Like, Monica's the smart one. They pan around Kamala's room and you're like, okay, big old nerd.
So our villain finds the second bangle. That's what kind of brings the team together. So the way they explain it is because their powers are all light-based, and they don't really go into it, like, are they all from the same source? They just say, oh, our powers are all light-based, so we're all been tangled together.
She's entangled our light-based powers. so we switch places whenever we use them.
A little bit of jargon,
It's
like
like-
a little bit of
Okay, Monica.
Science
That's what
words.
Monica's there for. She's like,
pretty much, yeah.
and like Nick Fury, the old Nick Fury's back, by the way.
Finally.
He's like,
Strong theory.
point to Monica Rambeau, and she'll be like, the quantum entanglement of our light-based powers is causing
The only light-based powers in the galaxy/universe.
correct.
Just 3 chicks from Earth.
They're doing like, you know, pretty much what you see in the first trailers of they're like freaking out because they're switching back and forth.
Yeah, they pretty much show the first 20 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah, now that you think about it, like the first trailers were really just the start of this movie.
It's pretty quick. Like, there's never too much downtime. Like,
Yeah.
the downtime's kind of rolled into a montage half the time.
And it was really quick. This movie was quick.
But bad guys plan quantum bangles now.
Yes.
And Captain Marvel's like, I've heard about this.
Whoa, that's a quantum
ancient
bangle?
lore. And it's like, sure, whatever. Like, they do say a lot of stuff like that in the movie, and you're just like, yep, cool, whatever. Wormholes.
So the bad guy's plan is, you know, it's your typical bad guy. You know, you want them to side with them because they're the good guy in their story.
She's the epitome of that. The way that every bad guy is a good guy,
Yeah.
but not done well. But
So Captain Marvel came to her planet like 30 years ago, apparently, and blew up their big AI overlord.
yes, during a civil war.
That started the Civil War. So she blew up their big intelligence, and then their planet, you know, the atmosphere disappeared, the sun burnt out, the oceans dried up.
They don't really say why. Like, she punched a AI in the face and killed it, but they don't go into why that decimated her planet.
Yeah.
But from that, they call her the Annihilator.
Yeah.
Like, that's her nickname throughout the movie.
I mean, I guess she like burnt out their atmosphere.
Maybe.
So it's
but
like-
there's a line she's like, that's why they call me the Annihilator, because like I killed their planet accidentally. But then it's like, if you remember back when she like flies through Ronan's ship or Thanos' ship
Yeah.
and kills like thousands of people, it's like, maybe it's that actually.
Yeah. Think about it. Miss Marvel might be the biggest murderer. But anyway, the big bad's plan is to open up portals using the bangle and steal stuff from planets that are important to Captain Marvel, like an
Yeah.
atmosphere or water or the sun.
Originally, I thought it was just like, planets that match the atmosphere and the sun, but then Carol,
She's like,
Carol
she's doing
makes it
it
all
to,
about her.
She's doing it to planets that are important to me.
Yeah.
So the villain's not being efficient.
She's
you know?
being vengeful.
She's being vengeful.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to side with her then?
But
So-
she really does give enough of her story that it always feels like, she's the epitome of good.
Yeah.
And it's like, you said in the movie, because it was so crowded, we were able to talk. You were talking about how normally you're like, I guess if I was put in that situation,
Yeah.
maybe it'd be a moral quandary, like, I'm a bad guy because this. But she's just spiteful
Yeah.
because Captain Marvel destroyed her homeworld that was kind of at war.
But she doesn't feel bad for doing it. It's like, you know how Thanos was kind of
She
like,
feels awkward about it.
you know how
Yeah.
Thanos was like, it has to be done. It's a
Yes.
necessary evil. He recognizes the evil, but she's like, I'll give you a chance. If you don't want to take it, I'm going to kill everybody. And it's like, but at least Thanos was
She was like, bend the knee.
felt guilty, you know?
Yeah.
Or it seemed like he was like, he like bore the weight of his actions. He's like, I have to do this.
His is a necessary evil, but with hers, as far as we can tell, she needed some atmosphere, some water, and a sun.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you can find uninhabited planets with
Yeah.
some atmosphere, some water.
Can't find a sun anywhere.
Yeah, like there's a lot of suns out there, babes.
But okay, we get
Whatever.
it.
If you get
If you
past
want
it,
to, if you want to have some vengeance, we're not going to stop you.
honestly, such a small part of the movie though. Like
Yeah.
the movie really does revolve around the 3 dynamite chicks having fun, girls getting it done.
The Cheetah Girls. A fun little aspect of this movie that I really enjoyed is that they don't dilute Kamala's character at all. So
She's very main.
yeah. I just finished Ms. Marvel. I never watched it. I never gave it the chance that it deserved, like people are going to do with this movie, because I listened to people online who were like, this movie about a Muslim girl in America being oppressed is absolute dog shit in Disney's drivel machine. And I was like, oh no. And then Daniel was like, you need to watch this, but maybe you don't, but maybe watch it.
I said you at least need to watch the first half because
Yeah.
like her introduction is really good and I really liked that, but the show does taper off towards the end because whatever.
It literally feels like they grabbed her character from the show and they just popped in a movie. You know, she didn't change. And I don't know if it's just like props to her actor or like maybe just good direction. She was the same like fangirl, nerdy character, same mannerisms. Like, you know, I loved her whole family. It's like they plucked him straight from. It's like they filmed this movie straight after they filmed the show. They're just like, let's keep.
I remember
rolling.
a lot of the stuff around the TV show as well. Were like, holy shit, that's my mum.
Yeah,
and it's
I felt
that's
like that
fun.
to a degree.
We don't really even have to go too much into the story because they don't. There isn't much.
Yeah, I think this one kind of focuses more on the characters. It's just having fun with 3 characters in the universe. And I know it's like they're pre-established characters, but
Yeah.
you know, team them up.
Well, my biggest criticism of the movie was I think the director's a very good people director and like all the dialogue felt really fun. All of the direction was great except the action directing. This director hasn't done action from what I could see. And there's a lot of people swapping places during fight scenes, which is very, very dynamic. And because it's the Marvel machine, I don't know how much she even had to do with it, any of this. Like,
remember the first swapping fight scene? How awkward it looked? Like it looked like they were all on 3 different green
it felt
screens.
pretty strange because like they would swap between them, but it didn't feel like a kinetic swap. And when one person swapped, it was kind of almost like the other person stopped existing.
Yeah.
Like their world wasn't really doing anything until we needed to see them again.
Yeah.
Whereas like I feel like you could make that so much more kinetic.
But it's weird because we in later fight scenes we see it be a bit more like.
But they're also more
continuing
boring fight scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They definitely put the most work into the first one in the house and spaceship. The final fight, especially, it's the 3 of them versus the one bad guy. You made the comment of why is she alone on her ship? And I was like, like I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like she had a bunch of goons and helpers and one specific scientist guy that never left her side. And then suddenly she's just completely alone trying to eat our son. The fight scene itself is just in a big empty room and it's all of them kicking the shit out of her. Like it starts kind of interestingly, but then it really does devolve to just like them standing in a triangle punching her around.
Yeah.
Even though Captain Marvel could punch her through an entire galaxy.
Yeah, why not throw her into the sun?
Yeah. Minor rewrite, if you just take away a lot of Captain Marvel's powers in the intro.
In the second fight, Captain Marvel grabs onto her bangle and you see it sucks like the binary out of her.
Just move that to the front and make her way weaker.
Yeah.
Or like at least on level with Rambo and Miss Marvel. And then you're completely fine until the end. Then you destroy the bangle, give her all her powers back, and you can still do your crazy superhero god mode turning back on the sun. But that's the end, I guess, because Captain Marvel, after they defeat her, they go restart Hala's sun.
Yeah.
And then so it's like,
if she could always do that, why wouldn't she?
yeah, did she just not know about it? Or
But then I guess then
The-
they just
the bad
wouldn't
guy
have
could've
water
asked-
and it'd be hot.
the bad guy could have asked her nicely. Yeah, they still have no water, no atmosphere, and it's just hot now. Whoopsie doopsie. But I'm sure they could have helped. Or they could have moved.
Yeah.
You didn't really watch in Secret Invasion, but you heard a bunch about it.
Yeah.
This is old Nick Fury back. Maybe a little bit too far on the like crazy uncle side.
Yeah.
Like he's funny now, but it's a little bit more.
And he's a bit more badass.
And
the
he looks
clips I've seen
younger.
from Secret Invasion.
He
he's
looks
bit
a
more
lot like
badass.
younger than Secret Invasion, which
Yeah.
is also strange. I don't know whether it got delayed.
Also,
but-
we don't know where exactly this falls in the ultimate timeline.
It seems like there's Skrulls in it, but they're living on another planet in a community.
Yeah,
So
but they make
maybe this is
references to
before?
other Skrull colonies, so I guess
Yeah.
maybe with these shows they're trying not to pinpoint it to.
Unless they weren't told that each of them was making
yeah,
a thing and only Nick Fury knew.
yeah. What was,
Okay.
I wonder what the original release date was.
It's very incongruous. Like
Can you
it
put it up
matches.
here?
It could match the first Captain Marvel fine. Like if you go with this off the first Captain Marvel, you're like, oh, good. They found the Skrulls a home or multiple homes to spread them out. Whereas then if you watch Secret Invasion, you're like, what? Like
Yeah.
where did why are all the Skrulls still on Earth?
Because
Why are they
Captain
terrorists
Marvel
now?
seems like she knew about the place.
And she's just hovering up in space.
yeah,
So like Nick probably could have called her down. Like it's not like she was busy in Secret Invasion. According to this, at least, she was literally just in a great tank top in space
yeah,
with Crocs.
yeah.
It's just very strange.
I really like this movie. Honestly, it's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be.
I stand by my fun, but not
Great.
great. Yes.
Yeah. But I think the greatest downfall is that no one's going to give this movie a chance.
Oh, for sure. You should go watch it. Ours was completely empty. Apparently this is going to do worse than The Flash. I would rather watch this 5 times than The Flash once.
If you're going to do anything and like you didn't give Ms. Marvel a shot either, watch the first 3 episodes of Ms. Marvel. It's fun. It lore builds a bit, which is kind of relevant, but in a good way. And then watch this movie. I did it all today and it was a great experience.
And it's a pretty short movie too, so it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like a slog at all. And
Honestly.
it also doesn't feel like they cut too much out of it.
Yeah.
So if they did cut stuff, it was probably crap anyway. So
No, I think it was really
Tight.
well paced, especially when you watch something like Quantumania,
oh yep,
where like that movie at points was just like,
yep, cool. We're doing Star Wars and tiny. I
but
guess
this one's like, oh, we're gonna go to a different planet. Oh, they're doing like fun stuff. You know, it's actually they do some fun stuff in there. There's parts where I was like, that's actually really funny and smart.
there's a little musical section,
little
I don't
musical
know if you're in
section, a little
musical
Disney
section, but it was a
princess
little bit
section.
fun. That
Watch
was-
the movie. Do yourself a favor. Give it a chance. Marvel, you're all right in my books right now. Until the next Loki review. You son of a
until the
bitch.
Loki finale. Yeah, this is proof we actually do like things occasionally.
Post-credit scene.
I was about to say.
This is our post-credits. In the very end, they all kind of put their powers into Monica Rambeau. She flies into a galaxy space-time quantum
They
rift.
say that's another reality leaking into ours.
Yeah.
And then only Monica can close it. Again, they don't explain how, but Monica
I think because she can control light and space and time.
Monica can now use laser hands to close a hole in space-time.
And then she just gets trapped in another reality. We don't know where until.
She wakes up next to her mom, and I was like, what?
But her mom doesn't know who she is because it is a different reality, mom.
Yes.
And who's the doctor who comes to check on her?
It's Hank.
Hank McCoy.
Yeah, McCoy.
It's Beast.
I forgot. It's Beast.
It's
yeah.
Beast. We
But
get
it's Frasier. It's Frasier Beast.
Yeah.
He looks very CGI. It's not fantastic.
Yeah.
But he looks like classic Beast. So like if you like how Beast looks
he has
in
like
the comics
the
and
cool
stuff.
little hair.
yeah,
like-
and he's a big boy. Whereas Beast in First Class and stuff was a skinny
young
boy.
man. He's a
'Cause
little twink.
Yeah, he was a little twinky Nicholas Holt. But now it's Frasier, baby. Frasier.
We have X-Men. He says Charles.
Yeah, Charles, I want to see you.
We were thinking maybe Deadpool will bring everything together.
We're still not sure how. Like they're gonna, because they have to tear another hole in the universe if they're gonna do
Yeah.
it. But whether they do that cleverly or whether we get to the end of Deadpool and he's like, "Hey, what's this button do?" and like opens a wormhole and
Yeah.
merges the universe.
Or are they just going to say mutants always existed in our universe, but now it's just like, oh, because they exist in this one, they
Or
exist
does
in
the
ours.
Loki finale change everything?
Tune in next week.
Tune in 3 days.
3 days. Be here. Be queer. See ya.